Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to each and everyone, especially those at the other side of the world. There is no time and space between us, there is only this present moment, and we are one. Today, we will read on the diary entry number 1025, March 19, 1937. Today, I united myself in spirit with the adoration that is taking place in our house, a 40-hour adoration in Krakow. But my soul was full of torments, and some strange kind of apprehension was piercing my heart. Because of this, I redoubled my prayers. Suddenly, I saw the gaze of God reaching into the depths of my heart. Ngayon, pinagkaisa ko. Ipinagkaisa ko ang aking sarili sa espiritu sa adorasyon na nagaganap sa aming tahanan. 40 oras na pagsamba sa Krakow. Ngunit ang aking kaluluwa ay puno ng pagdurusa at isang kakaibang uri ng pangamba ang tumatagos sa aking puso. Dahil dito dinoble ko ang aking mga panalangin. Bigla ko nakita ang tingin ng Diyos na umaabot sa kaibuturan ng aking puso. March 19 is the feast of Saint Joseph, but you'll notice that there's a 40-hour adoration in Krakow. So maybe this is very much related. Yung 40-hour adoration nila is related to the feast of Saint Joseph, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, Saint Joseph is also one of the patron saints of the Sisters of Mercy, Congregation of the Sisters of Mercy. So tingnan nyo to, no? She united herself in spirit with the adoration. So magkasabay, parehong oras, she would just tune in, no? Parang yung isip niya ay isipin niya na nandun siya doon sa nagaganap na 40-hour adoration. We are also doing our 24-hour chaplet every first Friday of the month. So mapapansin nyo, magkaiba yung sistema because though the purpose is the same, the method is different. No, yung panahon na yon, panahon ni Faustina noong 1937, kailangan alam mo kung anong oras at kung kailan para kayong magkasabay. So, halimbawa, hindi niya alam na nagsisimula na ng eksaktong oras na yon, or maybe 1 minute late. Pero sisimula na niya when the clock strikes at that hour. Kung ano yung itinakdang oras na sisimulan nila yung kanilang pagdarasal. It was a 40-hour adoration, by the way. No? Hindi siya Divine Mercy Prayers or Chaplet or Rosary. Nowadays, tayo, dahil sa pandemic, no, na gawa natin, natutunan natin yung 24-hour chaplet, praying the chaplet via Zoom. Alam mo yung ibang dioceses na, for instance, yung sa Divine Mercy Apostolate sa NCR, bahagi tayo ng NCR, no, by the way. So sila, yung 24-hour praying the chaplet nila ay hindi naka-live stream. So, tansyahan lang, no? Ganto oras, alas 8 halimbawa, yung parokyang ito ang magdadasal. So, magsisimula sila. So, pwedeng yan no, nag-overlap. Yung tipong yung sinundan nila, hindi pa tapos ng alas 8, umabot na ng alas 8, maybe natapos ng 8:10. Dadasal pa sila. Pero at 8 o'clock in the morning, for instance, nagdarasal na yung kabilang parish. So, may overlap. Kasi hindi nila tansyado, no? Hindi kasi sila hindi nila nakikita. At ang communication nila is by schedule lang. So by the hour, ganito tayo, ganitong oras, ganito, ito yung in charge, ganitong oras, itong parokya na itong in charge. So ganun ang ginagawa nila sa ngayon, no? Hanggang ngayon, yung Diocese of, the Divine Mercy Apostolate in NCR. Tayo, sa apostolate, sa Divine Mercy Apostolate sa Imus, naka-live tayo 24 hours. Tapos, everyone who would like to pray, magko-connect sa Zoom. So, nandun tayo lahat. Kahit saan tayo nanggagaling, kahit saan tayo nakalocate, we would just click the link and we would be in the room, in Zoom room. So, makikita natin doon kung sino yung mga present, sino yung nasa Zoom, no? At, pag hindi pa tapos yung isa, hindi pa pwedeng pumasok yung susunod na parokya. So, merong, real time. Siyempre, may ano pa rin yan, may fraction pa rin ng delay, no? But, malapit na yon sa real time. Yung sa nangyayari in 24 hours, no? Naka-broadcast, naririnig ng marami, nakikita, no? At the same time, coordinated tayo. That's the power of technology, which they did not have in 1937. Pero, mas ano ba? Mas powerful pa yung ginagawa natin kaysa sa ginagawa ng mga sisters noong panahon na yon, ng 1937. Hindi po. Pareho lang. No, the effect is the same, the power is the same, the grace is the same. No? Dumadalo yung grasya patungo sa mga madre at sa kanilang intention, because lagi naman dapat na whenever we pray, we should have intention. Kasi sayang. Bakit kailangan may intention? Sayang. May bababa na grasya kung walang patutunguhan yung grasya na yun, masasayang. Hindi natin kayang i-accommodate lahat yun. Hindi natin kayang sauluhin lahat yun. Just like when we are praying during 3 a.m., hindi natin kayang tayo-tayo lang. Sabihin na natin 30 or 40 people, all of us, praying at this very moment. Hindi natin pa rin kakayanan yung ibinababa na grasya ng Divine Mercy. That's why we need to pray for other people. We need to have intentions. Kasi kung wala, yun nga, sayang. No? Walang mapupuntahan. Of course, sabi nga ni Jesus, pag hindi nakuha ng isang tao, yung grasya na binibigay niya, someone else will get it. No? Pero, mas maganda yung merong kang directed na pinatutunguhan. Hindi yung parang nagpapaputok ka na wala kang target. It would always be better na meron kang target, and that means we should have intention. So, malaki na yung ipinagbago. Malaki na yung advancement in terms of technology, such that we can already see each other. Alam nyo, yung natatandaan ko, yung video conferencing was not yet available. Pero dun sa Voltes 5, when I was young, no? I was a kid then, back then, yung Voltes 5, yung meron na sila ng video conferencing. No? Nag-uusap na sila sa malaking screen, no? Galing. No? Pero those time, no? Nung mga taong yun, mga panahong yun, ano pa lang siya? Seed thought pa lang. Yung parang iniisip pa lang ng tao, pero hindi pa siya nagmamanifest. It manifested dito lang, no? Nung mga year 2000 na, yung video conferencing, no? Meron na siguro nung mga last years nung before pumasok ang millennium, no? Pero hindi pa ganun ka widespread, no? Kasi I remember nung mga 1999, 97, may internet na nun eh. No, nung mga 1995, no, may internet na noon nung 1990, 1996, tinayo namin yung computer shop dito sa Silang, no? Kami yung kauna-unahang gumawa noon. May training, ano kami, no? Training school para sa pag-aaral ng computer, no? At meron ng internet. Kaya lang, hindi pa siya widespread, no? At medyo mahal pa. So, titignan mo yung pagbabago. Tapos nung nag-pandemic, no? Yung nung nag-pandemic, naging malakas ngayon. Kasi we do not go out, we're not able to see each other. Pero dito, lumakas yung virtual conferences. Yung specifically, yung mga Zoom, ganyan, Zoom conferences. Dito siya lumakas. Yung misa natin online na. So you're able to hear several masses a day. Para ka nandun sa iba't ibang simbahan na yun, na papakinggan mo yung different homilies through the power of technology. So, ganun ang naganap, no? At yung iba, they stop doing the online, pero alam nyo, napaka-effective pa rin. Hindi natin pinapalitan yung mga tradition. Halimbawa, yung misa, hindi naman natin siya pinapalitan, but it's just that nakita natin yung power na bawa yung mga may sakit, hindi na talaga yung nakakasimba na, but because of the technology, they're able to attend the mass online. So maganda, 'di ba? Again, hindi nag-iiba yung grasyang na generate natin because of this technology, and then yung nakaraan ng 1937 or prior to our technology, internet technology, prior to that, pareho lang, no? Kaya lang, ang maganda nga lang kasi ngayon, mas yung parang ano na, no, mas mararamdaman mo yung distance, wala na talaga. There is no more distance between us. Kasi right now, you are we are in different places, but at this moment, we are praying. You are hearing the entry number 1025 from the Diary of Faustina, and you are hearing me right at this very moment in real time. So this is the power of technology. And sana gamitin natin ito, no? Siyempre, lahat naman may advantage and disadvantages. But let's always focus on the advantages. Ayan, yun na yung siyempre nagagamit yun sa scam, nagagamit sa pagpapalabas ng hindi mabubuti, ng mga kasalanan, no? Maraming mga illicit relationship na bubuo. Those are the negative aspect of this technology. But if we would only focus on the positive, no? Magagamit natin ito to propagate the Divine Mercy Devotion far and wide. No? So naririnig tayo all over the world. Basta pumunta lang sila sa Fount of Mercy. No? Basta i-click lang nila yung Zoom link, makakapasok sila sa Zoom, or kapag nilike nila yung Fount of Mercy page, they would be notified. Imagine, you will be notified that we are live already. So, pag kinlik mo yon, makikita na nila sa Facebook, ito na yung nagaganap. Diba? It's amazing, it's wonderful, it's good, and let's be thankful for this technology, and let's make use of it in a very positive way. So today is the last day of the year, 2024, December 31. For the past year, yung 2024 natin, dito talaga tayo lumago. Dito nakita ko ano yung paglago natin. Though we've been doing this for the past 3 years, pero mas lumago yung ating community. Maraming hindi na nakakasabay, pero marami naman ding mga bago. And I would like to thank each and every one of you for being a part of the whole year of 2024. Marami pa tayong pagsasamahan sa 2025, no? This is the Jubilee year. And we hope marami pa rin sa atin ang mananatili. At yung iba, hindi man nakakasabay, would be with us every day pa rin at different time, pero by watching our replays sa Fount of Mercy.